Good evening, everyone. Today, our group will be presenting a case study for the International Human Resource Management. This case focuses on a German multinational company that is expanding its operations into Malaysia and plans to send German expatriate managers to lead its new subsidiaries. Throughout this presentation, we will discuss the key challenges faced by expatriates and local employees, as well as the strategies the company can implement to ensure successful international assignments and effective workforce management. Before we begin, I would like to introduce our team members. Our group consists of 5 members. Firstly, let me introduce myself. I am Dineshwari, followed by Jonathan, Lom Kartat, Shamini Devi, and Vanessa.
Good evening, sir. My name is Lam Kartat from Group 3, and I will be introducing the titles of our case study presentations. A multinational company headquartered in Germany is expanding operation into Malaysia. The company plans to send German expatriate manager to lead the new subsidiary. However, it faced challenges related to cultural adaptation, compensation differences, and talent retentions. Thank you.
Let's start with strategy contribution. There are 3 strategies. The first one is, what are the potential challenges the expertise and local employee we face? Second one, how can the company design an effective expertise management program, include selection, pre-department training, compensation package, and interaction support? The third one is, prove both short-term strategy, first 12 months to access the practices in the new company.
Good evening, sir. My name is Lam Kartat from Group 3. Today, I will be presenting challenges faced by German expatriates. Number 1, cultural differentiation. German manager may encounter difficulty adapting to Malaysia's culture, social values, and workplace environment, as Malaysia is characterized by a diverse range of culture and religious traditions. And Malaysian employees often prioritize harmonious interaction and strong working relationship. Number 2, communication barrier. Although English is widely spoken in Malaysia businesses, people may communicate in different ways. Communication style may differ significantly, as Germans often value directness and clarity, whereas Malaysians often communicate indirectly to avoid causing offense or conflicts. Number 3, leadership styles differences. German managers may be accustomed to flatter organization structures and employee participation in decision-making. A German manager may encourage employees to openly challenge ideas during meetings. However, Malaysian employees mostly remain silent because they view openly disagreeing with a manager as disrespectful. Number 4, personal adaptation. The expatriates need to adapt to a new environment, understand the local culture and lifestyle, and develop new social connections. German expatriates may need time to adapt to Malaysia's hot, humid weather and frequent rain. And he or she may need time to understand Malaysian culture and religious practices. Thank you.
Have a good day, everyone. I'm Manisha Ganesan. My metric number MC2409308868. Today I'm going to share about the challenges faced here and how integrated guide us. Malaysia value harmony, strong relationship, and respect in every interaction. We communicate gently to avoid offense and often hold back opinion out of concern. In our work culture, we respect leaders and speak carefully. We also take time to build trust and adapt to local customers. Traditional and daily life here, although shaping how we work, guides by honest and fairness. In comparison, German was a direct and clear structure, while Malaysia's way are more indirect and relationship focused. When we bring both together, we integrate an anti-corruption values. We build a workplace that is balanced, fair, and successful for everyone. That's all from me. Thank you.
Now I will explain the first part of the expatriate management program, which is the selection of expatriate managers. Selecting the right expatriate is very important because international assignments require more than just technical knowledge and managerial expertise. The company must choose individuals who can successfully adapt to a new cultural and business environment. The first criterion is cultural adaptability. German managers need to understand that Malaysian workplace culture may be different from what they are used to. They should be open-minded, flexible, and willing to learn local customs and work practices. This will help them build positive relationship with Malaysian employees. The second criterion is communication, and leadership skills. Since expatriates will be managing multicultural teams, they must be able to communicate effectively, motivate employees, and handle cross-cultural conflicts professionally. Thirdly, international experience is an advantage. Managers who have worked abroad before are generally more comfortable adapting to different cultures and business environments. Another important factor is family readiness. Research shows that many expatriate assignments fail because sponsors or family members struggle to adjust to the host country. Therefore, the company should assess whether the expatriate's family is willing and prepared to relocate to Malaysia. For example, a German manager who has previous international experience, strong intercultural community skills, and a supportive family would be suitable candidate to lead the Malaysian subsidiary. By selecting the right expatriate, the company can improve assignment success and reduce the risk of costly failures. Next, I will discuss the second component, which is pre-departure training. After selecting suitable expatriates, the company must provide comprehensive training before they move to Malaysia. This preparation helps reduce culture shock, improves adjustment, and increases the likelihood of assignment success. The first area of training is the cultural awareness. Expatriates should learn about Malaysian values, custom, workplace ethic, and management practices. Understanding these cultural differences allow them to interact more effectively with local employees and business partners. The second area is language and communication training. Although English is commonly used in Malaysia, learning basic Malay phrases can help expatriates communicate better and show respect for the local culture. The company should also provide practical living orientation. This includes information about housing, healthcare, transformation, banking services, and education options for children. Such support helps expatriates and their family settle in more comfortably. In addition, cross-cultural simulation and role-playing activities can prepare expatriates for real workplace situation. These exercises allow them to practice handling cultural differences before arriving in Malaysia. Finally, assigning mentors or cultural coach can provide continuous support and guidance during the transition period. For example, a German manager may attend cultural workshops, learn basic Malay language skills, and receive advice from an expatriate who has previously worked in Malaysia. Through actively pre-departure training, the company can ensure a smoother adjustment process and a better overall performance in the host country.
Greetings everyone, I am Sharmini Devi Sinazore and my metric number is MC240929707. Let's continue the compensation package and then expatriation support. First of all, compensation package is important to attract and retain qualified expatriates. The company should maintain the expatriates' home country salary to ensure that the financial stability. Moreover, various allowances should be provided such as housing, transportation, cost of living, and education allowances for their children. The company should also offer benefits like medical insurance, relocation assistance, and annual travel expenses for visits back to Germany. These incentives helps expatriates adjust comfortably to their new environment and remain motivated throughout their international assignment. Next, let's see the repatriation support. Repatriation support is equally important because expatriates may face challenges when returning to their home country after several years abroad. The company should provide career planning and guarantee a suitable position upon their return. This helps employees feel secure about their future career development. Moreover, the company should also encourage knowledge transfer, allowing expatriates to share valuable international experiences with colleagues. In addition to that, counseling and reverse culture shock training can help them readjust to life and work in Germany. And at last but not least, these initiatives improve employee retention and ensure that the organization benefits from the skills and knowledge gained during the international assignment. That's all from me. Thank you.
My name is Jonathan, and I will be presenting the long-term and short-term strategies. Let us start by looking at our long-term strategies. These are the structural decisions the company needs to make from year 2 and onwards once there is enough real experience on the ground to act on. Now, the most significant shift here is localization, gradually transitioning leadership from expatriate managers to locally developed talent. The business case for this is straightforward. Expat packages cost significantly more than equivalent local salaries once you factor in all the allowances and benefits. Over time, keeping a fully expat leadership team team in Malaysia is simply not cost effective. But beyond the cost argument, local managers understand the culture, the relationships, and how businesses actually gets done here in a way that no expat, no matter how well prepared, ever fully will. That local knowledge is a genuine competitive advantage, and the company should be building it deliberately. For localization to actually work, however, knowledge transfer has to be intentional. That means documentation, structured mentoring, and job shadowing so that the expat's expertise does not just disappear when the assignment ends. We also recommend reverse mentoring, where local managers help the expat and German HQ better understand the Malaysian context. The knowledge should flow both ways, not just from Germany downward. Our second long-term strategy tackles two things companies consistently get wrong as the assignment matures: compensation and what happens when it ends. Now, as the expat settles in over the years, the full home country package becomes harder to justify. The recommended approach is what is known as a local plus model. The expat's base salary is gradually benchmarked closer to Malaysian market rates. The selective top-ups kept only where there is a genuine reason to, like, let's say, a specific skills premium. This shift also needs to be communicated transparently to local staff. If the pay structure feels hidden or unfair, resentment will build up, and that quietly becomes a talent retention problem. Then there is repatriation, going home, and this honestly deserves far more attention than most companies give it. Returning expats face real re-entry difficulties. For example, the organization they left has moved on, their internal nexus have shifted. And if no one planned their return more carefully, a lot of them just simply leave, taking all of that hard-won international experience with them. The companies that handle this well are the ones that treat the Malaysian posting as a deliberate chapter in a managed career, not just a gap to fill. The returning manager becomes an internal expert on Southeast Asian strategy, someone the company genuinely cannot afford to lose. That reframing from posting to purpose is what makes the entire long-term strategy hold together. Now, moving into our short-term strategies. These cover the first 12 months of the assignment, and we have broken them into 3 phases. Phase 1. Everything that happens before the expat lands, and the first 3 months after arrival. The most important thing the company can do here actually happens before the expat even boards the plane, which is cross-cultural training. The expat and their family need to understand Malaysia's workplace hierarchy, Islamic practices, and how Malaysians tend to communicate before they arrive, not while they are already struggling to adjust on the ground. Getting this wrong early is very hard to recover from. Something as simple as learning a few Bahasa Malaysia phrases also goes a long way. It tells the local team this person actually made an effort, and in a relationship-driven culture, that kind of gesture matters before anything else does. On arrival, the company needs to activate a full relocation package straight away: housing, school enrollment for their children, healthcare registration, and a one-time settling in allowance. This might sound like a nice extra, but family dissatisfaction is consistently the top reason expats abandon their assignments early. If the family settles in quickly and comfortably, the manager can actually focus on doing their job properly. Now, phase 2 covers months 3 through 9, where the expat is now settled enough to start building real relationships within the organization. The most effective tool here is the cultural buddy system. The company pairs each expat with a senior local employee who acts as a guide, not just at the workplace, but to the broader cultural environment. This mentor can explain why a team member went quiet in a meeting, advise on how to give feedback without causing someone to lose face, and quietly bridge the gap between the expat and the local team. It is one of the highest impact strategies in this entire phase because it addresses multiple adjustment challenges at the same time. Monthly HR check-ins during this period are, well, also equally important. They are not just formalities, they are early warning systems. Catching a problem at month 4 is a lot cheaper and less damaging than losing the expat entirely at month 7. And connecting expats to Malaysia's broader expatriate community, like the German-Malaysian Chamber of Commerce, gives them a social support network outside of work that the company alone simply cannot provide. Phase 3 is the review, and this is where a lot of organizations get it wrong. They run the same performance reviews that they would run back in Germany and wonder why the results don't tell them much. So, we opted for a stop, continue, start framework to structure what this phase would actually look like, starting with what needs to stop. Purely financial KPIs set by HQ do not capture the full picture here. A manager who hit his revenue targets but left a disengaged local team behind has, well, not really succeeded. The problem was just delayed. One-directional feedback from headquarters alone also needs to be stopped. If the local team's perspective is not included, then the company is really only getting half of the story. What should continue is the language development and cultural immersion. These started back in phase 1, and they should not quietly disappear just because the expat feels more settled. Keeping them going shows the local team that the effort is genuine and not just a first impression strategy. Now, the things that need to start, well, a formal mid-assignment review with culturally contextualized KPIs, an expat satisfaction survey, so the company hears directly from the manager how supported they actually feel, and critically, repatriation planning. This cannot wait until the assignment is nearly over. When expats are uncertain about what happens to their career when they go home, they start disengaging mid-assignment. Addressing that at month 9 removes the anxiety early. And this is also the moment to begin identifying local successors, because the long-term strategy only works if the groundwork starts now.
In conclusion, the success of the German company's expansion into Malaysia depends on how well it manages cultural differences and supports its expatriate managers. By selecting the right candidates, providing effective pre-departure training, and offering continuous support, the company can improve expatriate adjustment and performance. Ultimately, a strong expatriate management program will promote better collaboration between German and Malaysian employees, retain valuable talent, and contribute to the company's long-term success in Malaysia. Thank you.